Down on the surface, Stamets brings the phase discriminators online. Culber tries to talk to them, saying that they hadn't had a chance at Aram's funeral, but Stamets replies that it was not the time, and he might not ever be the time. You guys need to shit or get off the pot. You both are playing, the ends against the middle here, and it's not working out well for either one of you. Giorgio asked Burnham if she was ready. Burnham replies that she's as ready as she'll ever be, and asks why Giorgio didn't just tell her about her parents. Burnham enters the chamber, accompanied by Spock, while Giorgio worriedly looks on.
Come on now, we know why Giorgio didn't tell her about her parents. And it's not because of the bull crap reason that she gave in the episode. It wasn't my story to tell.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little bit, but her whole reasoning for not saying it is because she wanted Leland to do it. So Michael could have that exact reaction to him. Because Giorgio just hates Leland with every fiber of her being, it seems like.
It's that same thing where you take your dog to the vet and then you let your wife hold the dog while it gets a shot so the dog's not mad at you.
I'm pretty sure that it's a similar situation here.
Yeah.
She just lets Leland hold her while she's getting the shots so that Michael freaks out at him.
You go ahead and take all the brunt of the blame on this one, pal. Pike expresses his hope that the Angel lived up to her name and asks Leland and Tyler if they were prepared. Leland reports that they would close the wormhole at the moment their Angel appeared, emphatic that another AI did not infect their system. As Burnham seats herself in the chair and Spock straps her in, she wonders aloud, what if it doesn't work? If Burnham were to perish, Spock replies, he would be charged with killing a Starfleet officer again.
Double jeopardy. They can't get charged again, though.
I wouldn't think so. Spock enters the control room and seals the airlock, and they're all prepared to go on Burnham's mark. Stamets shuts down the life support, and Giorgio starts the timer. The roof opens, letting in the toxic atmosphere. Burnham screams in agony as her skin begins to burn, and soon begins gasping for air. God, what a horrible, horrible experience.
Oh, yeah.
Aboard Discovery, Cornwell asks Tilly if there are any spikes of tachyon radiation. When Tilly does not respond, staring in horror at Burnham's suffering, Pike refocuses her, and Tilly reports no change, then asks if the Angel is even going to come. As Burnham's oxygen saturation begins to drop, Giorgio sees that she wants out. But Spock notices that Burnham is speaking a single word, variance. Giorgio's adamant and tells Culber to prepare the oxygen. Spock pulls a phaser on them, explaining that Burnham was the variance and that she was and that she was creating this situation where the Red Angel would have no choice but to intervene. Culber warns her that the oxygen levels are down to 42%, and that's a dangerously, dangerously low number.
Yeah.
And if he didn't help her, she would die. Tilly continues to see no signs of tachyon radiation, nor does Reese. Cornwell ultimately leaves the decision for Pike, the ship's captain. Pike tells the away team to pull her out, but Culber responds that they can't because Spock is holding them hostage. At that moment, Tilly detects a massive spike in tachyon radiation. A red burst appears, heralding the arrival of the Angel. Leland orders his helm to intercept and close it as Pike orders red alert. As the Angel flies to the surface, the micro wormhole lets out a massive electromagnetic burst that briefly disrupts the systems on both the Discovery and the NCIA-93. Inside the facility, Spock... Why doesn't that ship have a name? It's got a call sign. It should have a name.
Because they're the CIA, man.
So they just called the ship the CIA?
CIA 93.
Yeah, super secret spaceship, CIA 93.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd like to talk to the writers that made that ship name up and just be like, were you purposely being on the nose with it? Because I feel like you are. There's no way that you weren't.
There's no way this was accidental.
Why doesn't this ship have a name?
Yeah. Spock warns that the Angel is coming. Inside the facility, the Angel descends, firing a burst of energy into Burnham that restores her vital functions. With her life signs returning, Giorgio orders Stamets to activate the phase discriminators. In his ready room, Leland tries to override the security buffer using a retinal scanner, but the system announces it is offline, and shortly after reports it is online again. Leland asks for a security buffer override, commenting it was not that hard, to which the computer begins emulating his voice, before jamming a needle in his eyeball.
Uh-oh.
Leland drops to the floor. Though clearly incapacitated, Leland's voice sounds on the comm telling Tyler he has all the power he needs now. Tyler activates the beam, closing the wormhole. In the facility, Stamets re-engages the atmosphere. Pike asks if they can reach Burnham, but Stamets warns it was still unsafe. As the Angel's feet touch the ground, Stamets activates the EMP, which disables the suit's time crystal. Slowly regaining lucidity after the near-death experience, Burnham looks upon the face of the Red Angel and says one word, Mom? Wow. Okay,
yeah.
So, yeah. I remember watching this the first time, did not anticipate her mom showing up. There was a lot, this is another episode, a lot happens, but it didn't really hold my interest a whole lot as it was going on. But I mean, there is stuff just continuously happening in this episode.
Yeah, we were talking about this before we recorded, like, going through this season the first time, like, I was enraptured by all of it. And then as we were going through this watch through, I don't know, I just got spoiled on Strange New Worlds, man, and this is not Strange New Worlds.
I got to tell you, one of my best friends came over with his family on Friday night, and then they left him here for a bit while they went back to his parents' house and got the kids ready for bed. And we watched Quality of Mercy, the last episode of Strange New Worlds, because he hadn't seen the last one. And I watched that episode, and I loved it just as much as the other 4 times I've watched it. You know?
Yeah.
But so what do the rest of you guys out there listening think about the episode? Join in on YouTube or wherever you're checking this out. Let us know if you got any thoughts about it, please.